What's up, y'all? It's your boy Trey Swish back at again with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about a topic that I like to talk about, the mess that happens in the gaming industry. And frankly, I've been kind of busy. Maybe I'm just playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. Maybe it's the holiday season. I got a lot more stuff to deal with than usual. And also my job, we're trying to pump out numbers, before the end of the year. But it is what it is, and I want to talk about this topic in Intergalactic. People are going crazy about it. I haven't even seen the trailer for it. And I've been reacting to a lot of the stuff from the Game Awards. So check out that stuff. But let's go ahead and just get into this because, boy, people do not like this game apparently. But let's see it. This is the first look for me. You probably already seen it, but we're gonna go deep on it because there's another video after this. Dives deeper into the webs, right? Gotta build a little basis, I guess you could say. Turn the volume to the max. Hopefully you can still hear my. The suffering of generations must be endured to achieve our divine end. Cool little monologue. Ancient Cyprian Scripture, 1986. Ooh. Interesting art style. It's like a combination of a couple different things. I like that. That's cool. Doesn't make sense though. That should be whatever. Should be a circle, unless it's like freshly blown up. Bro, I got some scars on the back of my head like that too, right here. Shit's gnarly, baby. I wonder how she got those scars. Okay, so we got a bald-headed lady that doesn't freshly shave her head. What is all this? Is she a detective? I need a wall like this, figuring out where where the gaming industry took a left turn, right? A wrong turn.
Jordan, tell me something.
Advanced graphics, advanced time, they got space stations and spacecrafts, but TVs buffer slower than they do nowadays. Interesting.
Something good?
Well, you're right, it checks out. He's hiding out around this Imperium moon.
Excellent.
How is that excellent? He's next to fucking Simperia. No one has left that planet in over 600 years. Anyone who even flies close to it is never heard from again.
Superstitions.
No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened on that planet. These are facts.
You worry too much.
Wait, why would he be hiding there? How would you get the information that he's hiding there? Like, how do you have a source that if someone's hiding there but no one's been there in 600 years? Did I misunderstand that? That didn't make sense.
I say we wait for him to leave.
That is a cool looking setting though.
How about
who gives a fuck?
we find a new lead?
That looks like Star Wars. I fuck with it.
He's not worth it.
The art style is so all over the place. It's kind of intriguing.
I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
Can you please claim him? I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Like, I feel like, obviously, we have a different art style for her, being in the little FaceTime, a different art style for this, different art style for the setting, and then hyper-realistic on the protagonist. It's kind of interesting.
Swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He clearly is.
He is clearly desperate.
And so am I, so claim him, or I will find another agent.
Is this the Karen Nick Fury?
There, you're the boss.
I guess not. Yeah, definitely not. Colin Graves, the 5 Aces.
Thank you.
Listen, kid. I'll see you on the other side.
Ooh, she's not telling us everything. She's holding something back. already more compelling than Star Wars Outlaws. just have to say that. And I also have to say, every single female protagonist does not have to be a fucking smoke show. If you can sell me on a very intriguing story, I'm here. I'm here for it. Gameplay's good, story's good. I don't give a fuck about the protagonist. It does help though. Definitely helps. Jams, Adidas. Is that really Adidas? It's a bro. You want me to play a fucking Adidas ad? What is this? 2K? Oh, they're a manual. Okay, you got me. Porsche. What's the budget for this game? What the fuck is the budget? Who's making this? The studios that brought you Crash Bandicoot, Jackin', Uncharted, PlayStation. Yep. Yeah, it's PlayStation. Okay. That's kind of cool. Okay. Why was everyone hating on this game? Because she was ugly? Let's watch more. There's gotta be more. Is she a ball lady? Hey. Oh, they got furries in the game also. Confirmed. PlayStation. Okay. Wow. People must be so there must be something in the water. It might be called Marvel Rivals, and it's got everybody simping so hard for art design right now, which I fucking like the art design. I'm not gonna lie. It's great. Eye candy. Boom, bada bing. A lot of people don't like that term, but it is what it is, right? But you can definitely pull off a game that is compelling, that is very fun to play, and you don't have to have a guy fall in love with the curves of the main character. Am I crazy for saying this? I don't think so. This is kind of weird because I reacted to The Witcher like the night of, like, when that happened, just a little later, and I'm coming back to this a couple days later. I've seen the dialogue of the community on Twitter, and I haven't really seen anything positive about this game, which is crazy because I'm a sucker for sci-fi, right? I've dabbled in writing books, and a lot of the stories I write deal with sci-fi elements. And where is it? I can see where people got probably tilted. It was right here. This is where people got tilted because there's so many fucking Star Wars fans out there, and there's just nothing that scratches that dirty, mature Star Wars feeling. Rebel 1 came out. It was all right. It was pretty good. I've talked about it on my way back when. Director cut was amazing, and the second movie was amazing as well. But it's not for everybody. It's not a film for everybody. I loved it, but this scratches that fucking itch. It really does. That, oh my god, not even just the design. The more I look at the design, it kinda is like, it's all right. It's all right, you know. It is a cool design. It's a great sword with fucking laser beams on it, which are like waving like piano notes, or piano keys, which is fucking cool as fuck. It is a cool design. It's unique. But the sound of it, oh boy, the sound of it is crisp, and I would not be surprised if they license out a lightsaber sound for this game. This sounds so fucking good. So fucking good, bro. I want gameplay. I want to see that fight. I want to be, oh my god, they blue balled the fuck out of me. And this is, so the reason they got tilted was because the person wielding that lightsaber looks like this. Where's her shaving her head? Where there it is. This is why they got tilted. Now, if this was a guy and it looked the exact same, right? Say she had a identical twin that was a guy, or fraternal twin, I don't know. You can have an identical twin that's opposite sex as you, I think. No, you can't. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, say they look the same, but it was a dude, they wouldn't give a fuck. I doubt it. But interesting. I don't know if there's any pre-existing lore for this. It's Intergalactic, the Heroic Prophet. Now, does this smell like it's gonna have a lot of DEI and woke, agenda? I don't know yet, obviously. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, just because of the pattern of the gaming history in general. Look at this. The new Jaguar ads are getting out of hand. IGN already gave this a 10 out of 10. Probably did. They probably already have it written down somewhere. They're just trying to figure out who's gonna, bite the bullet on that one. Because they have independent people that review the games. It varies from person to person, but they have to give this game a 10 out of 10. So obviously it's to find someone willing to be the White Knight for this one. Can't wait for the remaster in 2 years and remake in 4 years. Yeah, this smells like the sci-fi version of Last of Us for sure. I could see that happening. As long as they don't fucking glorify someone like Joel and then kill him at the beginning of the game in the sequel, I'm good. I'm happy. I'll play the fucking sequel too. If they don't do that, But let's go to this, because this is very interesting. Because man, the dialogue on this game on social media has been fucking crazy. And then I saw this pop up on my feed. I've never reacted to one of his videos before. This is a Dreamcast guy, 240k subs. Shout out to you, man. Go give him a sub. Go give him a like. I'm gonna react to his video probably entirely. I don't know exactly. We're going into this raw reaction style. One video, Andy. Also, if you're still watching this video, dude, hit that sub button. Let's get the fucking 1K, baby. Come on, let's get the ether growing. But yeah, angry Naughty Dog devs leaks full story of Intergalactic, which has been a trend, right? There's been a lot of spicy developers, getting a little offended here and there, and then they said, fuck it, I have nothing to lose, and they come out, typically anonymously, but yeah, fuck it, get the story out there. So let's see what he's got to say. Let's see if this paints more of a picture for what we can actually expect.
Hey there, gamers, Dreamcast Guy here, and today we're talking about Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophecy, because the next big Naughty Dog game has managed to be already extremely controversial.
That's wild. 10K, bro. Oof. And 7.9 downs. Oof.
I mean, people are downvote bombing the trailers. People are hyper analyzing every frame of the gameplay.
I'm not a shill. I have a taste. And I fucking the direction of that game looks good. Now, if I was a betting man, I'm sure there's gonna be some fucking curveballs around the corner, but. Dude, I'm intrigued.
Even pouring over developer interviews and stuff to try and figure out what this game is going to be when it's coming out and if it's going to suck. Well, apparently,
I don't think so.
An employee at Naughty Dog who doesn't like Naughty Dog very much, who doesn't like Neil Druckmann, has just posted the entire story of the game itself. And I wanted to take a look at it because it's a pretty...
Okay, I don't know how spoiler territory this is gonna be. This could... I don't know how... this is just a raw reaction to this. I don't know if this is true or not. Yeah, we're just gonna dive into this. Figure it out as we go.
Pretty wild leak that is already spreading like wildfire.
Okay.
Let's get into it. Hi, hope you're having a great day.
Is all
and
speculation,
if you could, please
right?
give this video a like and subscribe.
Keep that in mind.
If you haven't already. Let's see if we can get this video to, like, I don't know, 2,000 likes, right? Okay, so let's just keep in mind two separate things. First, this leak might not be legit. It might be fake. It already has 2.1 thousand likes. This thing is going nuclear. In fact, it seems like it's getting about 100 likes per minute right now. It's wild how many people are actually sharing this, talking about it, but even if this leak is 100% legit,
to be fair, like the stuff that I've seen, the dialogue that people have been talking about it on Twitter, I haven't seen this, but I've seen a lot of opinions go way more viral than this, right?
Keep in mind the fact that Heretic Prophecy. This game is not coming out probably for 3 or 4 years. It's probably coming out, summer or late fall of 2027. And during the course of game development, stories change. A lot of times they have a team of writers that are trying to tweak stuff, to change stuff, to make sure it has the proper amount of plot twists.
Yeah, we definitely saw that with Veilguard. I assume we did, because the way Veilguard was, you picked one option for the, like, in RPGs, you pick, the options you want to speak, and then they didn't even line up with the dialogue that they said, right? There's a lot of games. It's so fucking weird, man. Nowadays, like, games take so long to make. They really do, and they tease them out so long before. It's really odd. And I get it, you're investing so much time, and video games are they're so much bigger now. And I mean, if you got fucking brand deals and shit like that, and it's not a sports game, and you're advertising people's products in it, like Adidas and an Intergalactic game, that's just weird. That's just odd. I don't like that. But it could work, right? It could. Maybe they'll have some cool kicks in the game. I don't fucking know, man. But yeah, it's just really odd to me how long video games take to make nowadays. It's kind of like depressing in a way, because they tease out so much stuff and then it doesn't come for another. You don't even hear about it for, like, look at fucking Elder Scrolls 6. Look at GTA 6. It's just odd, dude. It really is, man.
Side quests and big reveals.
Movies don't even do that.
Even if this leak is 100% legit, keep in mind that some of the stuff may end up being altered by the time the game actually comes out. But here it is.
Hopefully,
plot and gameplay details revealed below were sent to a handful of gaming journalists. The most notable, of course, is Jason Schreier, the most famous leaker of all time, but they're debating whether or not to share it. The leaker is supposedly a disgruntled Naughty Dog staff member who doesn't like the direction of the company, or I'm sorry, the actual wordage here, hates the direction of the company. And Neil Druckmann getting more powerful and more influential. My friends, this is an exclusive gaming journal.
I'm sorry, but Drunkman is a crazy name. That is cool, bro. That is like it's like a super villain name. Oh my god.
His Discord server sent me a summary of the leak. Now
I know it's Druck, but come on, we're gonna call him Drunk Man, obviously.
I have heard that this stuff does happen, where a big leak crosses the desk of a major leaker and they choose not to publish it. And it seems like a lot of leakers, even if they do make a lot of their money on posting big insider info, a lot of times they do say,
shady.
Is this productive? Is this a leak that's cool? Is it news? Is it actually worth talking about? Or is it just ruining a good surprise, right? So
I'll tell you what leak didn't ruin a good surprise that happened this year. The Pokemon leaks. Oh my fucking god. Gen 2 used to be my like Pokemon Crystal. I used to love that game so much, and I grew up always picking Charizard. So what did I do when I was a little kid? I picked Typhlosion because it was a fire type as well. But to be fair, Gen 2 has so many good starters, I don't even care. Totodile is my go-to now. But fucking that leak didn't ruin any good surprises. That shit was dark.
I do think there's
been a lot of leaks
chance
though this year.
That this game, despite the fact that it's getting so talked about and stuff, there is a chance that some leakers may decide not to touch this project just to avoid maybe legal issues or stuff like that. But let's actually take a look at the leaks themselves. So there's,
and I'm going to preface this. I don't know how reliable any of this shit is. I'm pretty sure this is probably all just speculation. Like, come on, if they like drop the employee's name specifically, okay, then it's also fair game, I would assume, right?
Basically two of these big things here.
But also, if they don't drop the name, it's like anybody could make up a rumor, right? Until some leaker.
The player is called Jordan. The player character Jordan was a member of the Five Aces, a band of notorious criminals. The leader, Luis.
Wait, Jordan is the... Well, I guess Jordan is... I know a couple girls that are Jordans.
Tony Dalton, which is... Lalo Salamanca from Better Call Saul. Hell yes, I love Tony Dalton so much.
That's dope.
He has disappeared without a trace, causing the five to drift apart. I mean, yeah, the leader of your group leaving kind of breaks up the band. The reason for Jordan's shaved head, the absurd reaction to which Naughty Dog fully expected, is to serve her hiding of her identity as she's wanted criminal. So
that's smart.
That's a bit silly, the idea of shaving your head, but I guess that's kind of like
no, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. It does. Yeah, it does make
a movie
sense.
trope of shaving your head so you're less recognizable.
Well, it's also you can put on a wig easier, right? You can switch up your hairstyles easier, which I'm assuming you'll be able to do in the game. It's just extra cosmetics, you know?
Jordan works as a bounty hunter purely as a means to find her former partners, particularly Luis, who she sees as a father figure. Kamel Maggiani plays Colin.
But also, if they can identify her for having scars are very unique, right? So that would be like a dead giveaway, you know? And then you can't really grow your hair back very quickly to hide it. I don't know. That is a weird one.
The comedic relief of the crew. The tutorial and opening mission is on Superia's moon, leading to chasing
that's the moon we saw.
Jordan chasing Colin into space. So all of this sounds pretty reasonable so far.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I kind of like the idea of becoming a bounty hunter to try and find.
I thought that idea sounded really cool. Until what we got.
Your old boss, your old father figure, stuff like that, right? They did say that the primary inspirations for this are Cowboy Bebop and what is the other one they said? Cowboy Bebop and Akira. So that's why it's so stylized.
But it's not the Netflix version.
Cowboy Bebop, one of my favorite animes of all time, obviously is a group of bounty hunters, cowboys as they call it in that universe, and their ship, the Bebop. And they're both hunting people from Spike's past. They're trying to solve mysteries and stuff to pay the bills, but they're also very desperate. And they keep running into old people that they used to know. And I think the idea of basically copying that, it's not exactly original, but I mean, as a Cowboy Bebop fanatic, the idea of getting a Cowboy Bebop game in a way definitely has my attention.
I'll be frank, there's a lot of ideas that are not original anymore. It is what it is. So many tropes have been played out. And video games are getting to that age where there's been so many video games in general where it's like you gotta find a lane and you just gotta stick to it, dude. So I have no problem with the lack of originality, right? It is what it is. If it's a good game, it's a good game.
But
we'll see.
Let me go back here. The tutorial and opening missions is Superior's moon. An important note from the leak is there will be no space combat. The aforementioned segment is a cutscene. I'll be honest, I kind of expected that. I feel like I like space combat, but a lot of people are kind of afraid to do it, right? It's easy to mess up space combat, three-dimensional combat.
And there's a lot of people that don't care for it at all. I enjoy it. I think the best space combat that I can think of is probably Battlefront 2, the original one. That shit was so much fun. We would play space battles just to play them, but I remember when I first started playing that game, we avoided those maps because we wanted to play on the ground. We wanted to play as the Jedi and the Sith Lords and the bounty hunters. You know what I mean? You wanted to be the heroes and the villains. But yeah, a lot of people don't like space battles.
A lot of times it doesn't turn out to be that incredibly good. As they fly into Superior's atmosphere, an electromagnetic pulse disables both their ships, leading them to crash in different locations. The bulk of the game is described as an open world Uncharted mixed with sci-fi elements. Now, the reason this is interesting is because there have been other leakers that have been on record this year. I think MinMax.
It sounds like Star Wars Jedi Fallen, right?
Is a guy whose name I've heard going around, has said that
that's exactly what it was.
The goal of this is player freedom. Something that apparently that's going around inside of Naughty Dog is that they want this to be an adventure where you make it up. You are the person that chooses where to go, what to do.
Sounds like an RPG.
I did not hear the word Elden Ring, but I have certain people kind of kicking around the word of space Elden Ring. You know, Neil Druckmann himself said he found a lot of inspiration from Elden Ring. So if it turns out this is that kind of free form, just check the boxes and you can progress the story kind of gameplay, that would be interesting. But the majority of enemy combatants are AI-driven machines, but with a wide...
I really think, and this is a point I really want to make. There's been so many open-world games, and Elden Ring is a rarity where I enjoy it to the fullest. Breath of the Wild is up there. There's several of them. You know, Skyrim's up there. But there's a lot of open-world games that fucking suck. They just flat out suck. They're flat out boring. Traversal around the world is boring. I hate traversal. fast travel is necessary for everything. Looking and exploring isn't fun. Like there's so many games that fucking suck. Like look at Starfield's a perfect example for this. A lot of people do like Starfield, and when I talk trash about it, a lot of people get offended. I get it. We have different tastes, but dude, the discoverability, the exploration, it wasn't my vibe, right? And I just think there's so many open world games that come out nowadays, and a lot of them are just fucking straight up mid, straight up ass. So that like trying to be ambitious and make it like a sci-fi Elden Ring is very ambitious. It's very bold. You're shooting for the stars, but you can fucking miss so badly. So we'll see if they can nail it, bro. Game of the year.
A variety of types, melee, ranged, even vehicle combat are in the game. The base of operations in the game is your crashed ship, which can be customized. As you find each member of your old crew,
and if it misses, it's probably me flop of the year.
Join in on the ship with seamless interactions depending on the day-night cycle. Think of Red Dead Redemption 2 in your search for Lewis. I mean, that kind of makes sense. The idea of, all right, everybody you find, you track down, they're probably all looking for Luis. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The gist of the plot is that Luis sent a message to all members of the Five, excluding Jordan, to meet him on the planet. They were specifically instructed to come alone and not mention this to the other members. Once 3 members of the crew, besides Luis, join you, the game takes a hard turn, and an underground dwelling race of aliens known as Superians kidnap Jordan's teammates. The ship, with all its decorations and customization, is destroyed, inspired by Mass Effect 2's Collector's Event. Wow. This story went from sounding cool to sounding kind of crappy. That sounds like a mix of Overwatch, of like, all right, Overwatch team, it's trying to come back. This seems weird. Also, something about the idea of aliens showing up, 20 hours into a 50-hour game seems very, very, very weird.
Yeah.
The Symbians resemble humans with some noticeable
I'm sure there's other alien races right there showing up throughout the whole game. But I don't know how realistic they're going to get with it, right? Because it seems like it could be a more grounded approach to but it's called Intergalactic. But I mean, they have Adidas, so like there's obviously trying to be like, our timeline is here and we evolved from there and to get to wherever they're at now. I'm assuming, unless they have Adidas and some other fucking timeline. I'm looking into it a little too deep because of the sponsorships, the brand deals or whatever. If you have a fucking Galaxy game, a game that's in space, and aliens don't show up until fucking 20 hours into the game, that seems ridiculous.
Differences, including the ability to sprout large insect legs that allow them to scale walls, as well as night vision. With more of a survival horror shift, you make your way through underground tunnels to try and save your...
Kind of sounds like Halo in a way, too. Like, when the flood shows up, it shifts more to, like, a horror-style game.
Oh, man. So going from Cowboy Bebop to robots to then going against aliens with bug legs.
It's almost like fucking, Destiny.
Why do the aliens fight against the robots? This seems really weird. Eventually, you reach where they're...
It's a sci-fi game. Sci-fi games are weird.
Held, where it's revealed Luis is preparing to execute them in front of a horde of angry Simparians. What the hell? Jordan interrupts, begging you to know why Luis is doing this. Luis explains the big twist of the game is that the Simparians were once humans who were teleported to the planet thousands of years ago as a side effect of quantum experimentation needed to develop the distant spacefaring technology. The quantum influence on their genetics rapidly advanced to stages of evolution to help them adapt to the harsh environment. When Luis crashed on the planet, he found himself empathizing with the race, promising to support their desire to return to Earth. What the hell? Druckmann apparently...
I'm getting Halo vibes from it, because if you don't know, there's this thing called Prometheans, and Halo, I think they're interested in Halo 4, Halo 5, it gets blurry. I'm a huge Halo fan, but God, after Halo 3, it was just ass. No, it was Halo 4, but pretty much there was this converter, and they, digitized, I guess you could say, like humans, and then they turn into these robotic digital entities that were like warriors that couldn't be infected by a flood because it was a parasite, and now they're not, biological anymore. It's kind of a similar scenario with the quantum influencing their genetics to rapidly advance. It's changing humans into a different species, I guess you could say. But the difference between the Halo comparison and the actual the game that we're seeing now is they're actually honoring the fucking story building, and they're playing into the arc, right? Versus what Halo did, they kind of threw away the character of the Didact, who was the big bad, that was the overlord of the Prometheans, and they pretty much threw him to the side. You didn't kill him or anything. He just left, and the game ended. And then the next game picked up, and it doesn't even mention him practically at all. They didn't like close that plot at all, and they never went back to it. They closed it in a fucking book that was introduced in a game for gamers, not book readers. But nevertheless, they're at least honoring this, and they're playing into it more, right? I mean, if they're empathizing to have them come back to Earth, they're somewhat. It sounds fucking corny, but who knows? Who knows?
Had read Heart of Darkness, which inspired this plot. This seems so stupid. The Cimmerian religion founded...
It does. It sounds fucking corny. It really
by
does.
The Heretic Prophet stated generations upon generations would suffer until the Messiah arrived to lead the Cimmerians to their ancestral home, which they would reclaim to land to purge its inhabitants. This is so...
Wait, what? The Cimmerian region founded by the Heretic Prophet stated generations upon generations would suffer until the Messiah. So are you the Messiah? Are you the White Knight?
My God. I know they said this is going to be like a game about like the folly of religion, but man, this sounds bad. The AI software and battle machinery on the planet was constructed over thousands of years to assist in invading Earth. Oh, okay. So the robots that we're battling against are also Cimmerian technology. That kind of actually connects. I like that. However, the technology needed for a ship to pierce Cimmerian's atmosphere without being...
Cimmerians are the aliens, right? Yeah. Wait, no, they're not the aliens. They're the old... I'm trying to keep up. They're the old humans that turned alien. This isn't bad. I don't think this overall story... The problem with like outlining story beats when it comes to like sci-fi is that it is all over the place, and I know this from experience, and I'm not a fucking professional writer, so I could be looking at this and be like, this looks not too shabby. I can see how where like if you do proper world building and character development, and you have good pacing, you have good hooks and foreshadowing, you write the story very well, visuals are very good, and this could work, right? It could. It also could flop on its face, for sure. These are just story points. They're not written in a way either that makes it seem outrageous, in my opinion.
Disabled by its unique qualities, I guess that EMP barrier could not be figured out. So in thousands of years, they farmed technology.
That's a lot of time.
They assumedly made mines, harvested materials, made robots, created AI, made this whole activated force. Like, that's part of what's weird about this is the robot army is activated. So they're sitting on the planet already set to kill mode, or do they just automatically go to kill mode when they detect humans, but not the main human or the other humans? This literally is so weird.
Well, we're getting story beats, right? We're not getting the whole lore. That's the problem with reading an outline like this, and analyzing like that, because there's a lot of information that we're lacking. Now, yeah, he make, like, I understand where he's coming from.
So they just need a ship. Jordan is forced to watch as each of her companions are shot in the head. She begs about why they're doing this. Okay, so that's very Last of Us Part 2. Luis informs her that she was never meant to be here. That's why he didn't call her to come. He was using her former partner's presence on the planet as a means to an end. It's revealed that Luis informed Galactopol 4 of the 5 aces would be on Superior, and a fleet of police ships outfitted with EMP countering tech arrive on the planet. So this is so...
Okay, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So he's trying to, like, he's sympathizing with the species. I don't know if, I can't remember if he exactly said that Luis was trying to actually bring these guys back to Earth or not. But he did sympathize with them, right? But then killing his ex-teammates, his ex-companions to get in good graces with the cops. Like, you don't have to fucking execute them all. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? That's a little extensive. Holy fuck though. This I could imagine this going crazy, bro. This could be really cool. The logic behind
this
it,
it's all over
the place.
Oh my god.
He fucking hates it. He hates it. I'm gonna be straight up, bro. I say what I hate and what I don't. This is
okay. So here's the other part of it.
It really does.
Oh man. I'm literally in shock. That's so bad. I mean, that story literally makes no sense. I'm almost
it's an outline, bro. It's a fucking outline. You just read a whole fucking 60-hour game worth of story, or maybe 40. 35 is average probably for one of these games. I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. It depends how long the game is, but then again, pacing's a big deal. You know, being emotionally tied to the characters is a big deal. So it doesn't seem like a whole lot happens with the companions. Like, I don't know. We'll fucking see, man. We'll see when we get closer. This could be an old script as well. Who fucking knows, bro? And it's an RPG, so you could have different endings. I don't know. Maybe they want to have one ending and be like The Last of Us, so you can have a continuous story. Which you can still have a continuous story with RPG with different endings. You can. It's a little bit more, more work on the scripting and the voice acting and a lot of shit, but you can still make it happen.
This is legit. This is such a terrible leak because, my God, this story sounds so bad. Like, why would you go to a planet and immediately start believing their religion, the Heretic Prophecy, and then helping the bug race to invade Earth when you were just like a badass space guy before that? Like,
yeah, that is a very good point. Did it say how long he's been stranded there? There could be a lot of different ties that they could do. They could do like brainwashing. They could have, they're supposed to be an advanced race, so they could, but though they have to, or at the end of the day, we are humans playing the fucking video game, so we are going to act like humans. We have human instincts. We understand things on a human level. So they're going to have to bridge all these fucking things that are very jarring. I don't know, man. And at the end of the day, like, you have fucking Veilguard, which the gameplay was god awful. Who the fuck wants to play that game on the hardest level? I'm sorry. Who wants to do that? So yeah, this game could be very, I don't know. Fuck. Is whatever.
Man, this makes no sense to me.
I don't want to ramble
Luis
on too
has an
long.
affection for Jordan, so he orders Centurions to detain her while they fight Galactopol and take their ships.
Okay.
Jordan escapes, and the final act has players tear through a war zone between the two sides, ultimately resulting in Jordan chasing Luis down and killing him as he operates a huge tank. Luis's dying words are to ask Jordan to continue his work, that the Centurions deserve to see their home again. The player has the chance to use the tank to destroy the Centurion robots, leaving them defenseless to get slaughtered by Galactopol, or destroy the Galactopol ships. After either choice is made, you find Luis's old ship and fly into space, an ending depending on which choice you made.
I'm not gonna lie, this script, and I've been very, very, very optimistic about the whole thing, because I'm not, like, I haven't played the fucking game, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm not gonna judge a script on, like, the fucking, the 2-page outline. That's just not fair at all. Now, this does sound like it was fucking written by AI, to be frank. It really does. So who fucking knows? This isn't like very compelling, but still,
sounds
I'm being very generous with my commentary. Very
awful.
He's not.
Oh my God. I'm actually, the fact that this already has 2 6.5 thousand likes. Clearly this is blowing up even as we speak. This sounds so bad.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna shit on it. That is pretty much the overall leak. And I don't know, man. It doesn't. If I was a betting man, I bet this game is gonna look very good, very good. Hopefully they lean into the dark themes a lot. Hopefully they don't have fucking dialogue trash, dialogue garbage. What they had, like doing the push-up scenes from fucking Veilguard, shit like that. Hopefully they don't go down that route. Hopefully they don't go down the route of like a lot of woke DEI pushes with the overall aesthetics of things, especially with the characters and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if you have a very compelling world, a very compelling story, a very, very good gameplay will always be, it's always king. Especially with if you're teasing me with a fucking lightsaber, bro, a fucking lightsaber greatsword, your gameplay needs to be fucking, it's gotta be king, bro. That comes first. That's gonna get me between the dull parts of the story, right? It just is. There's no reason in playing a goddamn video game where the fucking mechanics, the gameplay itself, suck dick. There's just not. I'm not gonna do that, right? You might as well just make a fucking movie at that point, or a TV show, or fucking whatever. Yeah. But yeah, well, this is interesting. I don't really see why people were up in arms right now, but you know what? Enlighten me in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. There has been a lot of opinions that have been thrown around. I've tried to stay away from opinions on this because I knew I was going to react to this, because people have been pushing The Witcher and this at the same time with their talking points, and I've been trying to stay away from it. I like to hear about The Witcher stuff, but I try to keep everything raw. And I've talked about both of those at length now. Well, I reacted to the trailer for The Witcher. I don't think I really talked about it at length. We'll probably do that one day. But yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say, man. My name's Trey Swish. Thank you for watching this video, man. If you're not subbed, dude, join the ether. Hit that sub button. Let's get to 1K, baby. Hit that like button also. It's easy as a click. It's easy as fuck, and it makes my day. This just, you know, and I hope you have a great Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, whatever it is. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a great week, a great month, whatever it might be. And if you're watching this a long time from now and it's not even, you know, holiday season anymore, well, I just hope you have a good day, man. Hopefully this 40 minutes, whatever it is, you know, you just, you know, it took your mind off of things if you're having a bad day. I hate when I have a bad day, so it is what it is, man. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Other videos popping up on my face, click one of those, or check out my channel for you know, something more tailored to your liking. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.